Welcome to another edition of Modern Retro Review, and if you're watching this video on the day it's released, then happy Star Wars Day, May the 4th be with you. Just as in the last couple of years on Star Wars Day I like to do a Star Wars themed video, and this is the one I'm doing for this time. It is the C64 remake of The Empire Strikes Back, originally released for the Atari 2600 as it says on this screen here. That was released 40 years before this version was produced in 1982. This version produced, as you can see there, by Megastyle in 2022. Because it's a licensed game, or a remake of a licensed game, it's available as a free download from itch.io, and I'll put a link to that in the pinned comment as I always do on these videos. So what I've started with here is looking at the instructions, which I wouldn't normally do, but these are quite nicely produced with some Petsky graphics representing Star Wars characters. So I'm just going to quickly skim through these. These are a separate load from the D64 file to the actual game, so I'll just skip through them quickly by pressing the spacebar. Gives an overview of the game there. You can see an Imperial Walker or AT-AT there, and there's an Imperial Scout Walker or AT-ST. It tells you how to control your snow speeder in the game and to use the radar and things like that. Then we've got a Stormtrooper helmet. We've got R2-D2, my favourite Star Wars character. Again, lots of information about how to destroy the walkers. It says there, the AT-ST, shoot it 20 times, and for the AT-AT or AT-AT or Imperial Walker, it's 30 to 50 hits to eliminate it. Then we then got a it's a Rebel troop transport there, in Rebel logo, snow speeder, side-on view. It's got an overview of the points that you score. And then I guess these are the people that produced it, Megastyle. So we've got Roy Widding for the music, programming by Chris Stanley, and graphics by Rune Spawns, I guess that is. So there's some Petsky versions of their faces. Nice Boba Fett there, nicely coloured. And also Yoda, again, lots of information, the credits and things like that. Still going, there's Obi-Wan, who was long dead by the time The Empire Strikes Back came out. And then we've just got their Megastyle logo. And that's it. Back to the beginning. Oh, I have to press the Commodore key to go back to the beginning, so I won't do that. What I'll do now is load the game in. It's that time again where I say thank you to all my channel members, whose names you can see here in my Supporters Hall of Fame. If you're enjoying this video and would like to join these fine folks and support my efforts, why not become a member yourself? For a monthly fee starting from just 99p, you can get access to the special membership perks shown on screen, and more besides. If you're interested, then please click on the join button below this video for more information. Okay, so before we get into the game, we have a loading screen being drawn onto the screen, as you can see, and some music in the background, which is the Star Wars theme in SID form. So here you can see the Imperial Walkers with the sky in the background, lots of blue and grey in use here, nicely drawn, nice recreation of the ships from, or ships, craft, vehicles, whatever you want to call them, from the movie, and the Empire Strikes Back logo at the bottom. Let it play for a moment. Okay, that'll do for that. Let's move on to the actual game now. So the introduction begins with Megastyle Games done in the Lucasfilm style logo, the more recent logo, not the original one from the 80s. And then it loads in some more, so we'll wait for that to happen. That didn't take long. I was just about to pause the video. So here we go. Now we've got into the main game title screen. Nice logo for The Empire Strikes Back, again with a sort of colour cycling over the top of it. We've got some high scores. We've now got the Imperial March in the background, SID tune style. Let's have a little listen to that while the various screens go through. You can see there's some points and things there, but let's just have a listen to the music, shall we? Okay, so you can see all the credits there, including who made the original game, Rex Bradford and Sam Kjellman. And it goes back to the logo with that sort of shimmer going over the front of it. As you saw while I wasn't talking, lots of information about the scores and things that you get for each of the enemies you're going to encounter. And you've already worked out from that that this is a bit of an enhancement on the original game. Firstly, it has stages with distinct names like Scouts from the West, and well, let's talk about the look first. I mean, this looks fantastic compared to the original 8-bit Atari 2600 game. You've got parallax scrolling backgrounds, foregrounds and whatever, very smooth scrolling, lots of information on the screen as well. And the first thing you have to do on the first level, unlike the Atari game, is eliminate some ATSTs, or Scout Walkers as they're also known. And these take, I think it's 20 shots to destroy, and what you can do if you're smart is just kind of get behind them. When they fire a shot, just move. Ooh, no, that wasn't very good, but basically sit behind them and fire at them, and it's quite easy to dodge their backwards firing shots more often than not. If you stay in, say, a sort of safe distance, you get a chance to react when they fire. So there's only 3 of them to eliminate on the level. Let's try and get that over with fairly quickly. So it's best to let the screen scroll very slowly and then just sit behind them and try and avoid them. Then get a bit further away again. I'm getting hit a bit, but you know, you get the idea. You can do it from the front as well, but it's a little bit more difficult because they're coming towards you. You can sit and wait for them to approach and then try and dodge. Get the idea. So, as I've said, really nice graphics. The animation's better. The look of the graphics is fantastic. The explosions are good. Sound effects are pretty basic, just bullet noises and explosions. There's no music in the background of the in-game, which is a little bit of a shame because I think the sound effects are simple enough that they probably could have put a tune in there as well. There is like a throbbing sort of background hum, which is the hum of your spaceship, I think it's supposed to be. Oh dear. And having said it's quite easy to dodge those bullets, I've lost a life already because I'm not paying proper attention. Yeah, you've just got to make sure you duck. If it goes up, you duck down. There you go, that's completed the first level. So it says stage cleared, and you can see the rebel troop transporter flying overhead. You can see the shield generator in the background there as well. Bit of music played there as well, the Star Wars theme. And you move on to the second level, which is called Approaching Thunder. And this introduces the Imperial Walkers, but only 2 of them. So yeah, the main difference here is you play in stages, whereas the original Atari game, it was just a relentless onslaught of AT-ATs, one after the other. When you destroyed one, another one appeared on the opposite end of the landscape. If they get to the shield generator, then it's game over. So I should probably get on with actually trying to destroy some of these. So again, I find you can shoot from behind. There are weak spots on the ship, on the AT-AT. Sorry, it's not a ship. Obviously, the best place to shoot them is the head, and you're really watching for those hatches opening, just like in the original game. The little hatches that glow for a second, you shoot them and you get an instant hit. But from the few playthroughs I've had, I don't obviously noticed those. So at this point, the easiest solution is just to shoot them. They are invulnerable in some places, but other places they will get hit. But they don't move very fast at the moment. So the easiest option is just to go at them slowly. You can see that the armor gradually getting more worn down. There's like cracks appearing in the side, and you can also, by the way, you don't crash into them, you can fly underneath them if you want to as well. So if you want to go fast, you can go at them and then fly underneath and then turn around, hit them again from the other side, and do kind of what the snowspeeders did in the film, until they worked out the best option was actually to wrap the harpoon around the legs and destroy them that way. But again, the AT-ATs nicely animated, slowly animated, but they were slow. And there we go, that's one of them destroyed. The head blows up, the rest blows up, crumbles away, and you move on to the second one. There is a hint that when they get to sort of critical armor level, they slow down, so you can just keep one at the front and work on the ones behind. I don't really see the point in that. Certainly not on this level. Maybe on later levels it makes more sense to do that, but on this level you can do pretty well just by shooting at them and dodging the fire when you see it. Got hit there, but I'm doing alright. So as a recreation of the original game, it's obviously a massive enhancement. Playability wise, well, it's adding a bit more variety with the different enemies. But the one criticism of the original game is that it's just repetitive shooting and destroying and shooting and destroying for as long as you can until you eventually die. So you could argue that this doesn't really offer anything different in that respect. What it does offer is better graphics, better sound, nice animation on the enemies. They look a lot less like camels, which obviously were the inspiration for the Jeff Minter games with the camels in as well. You know, they do look the part, and the backgrounds in particular are very nicely done. There we go, that's the second one got. You do get your health of your existing ship replenished when the stage is cleared. It would be nice to get some points in relation to that as well, I think. That's one thing I noticed, is you don't get any more points, you just get your health topped up. In fact, I didn't get my health topped up that time either. I'm sure I did the first stage. So now we've got a swift attack. So this, now you're back to the scout walkers, but you've also got some new enemies to contend with, which we will see eventually, I'm sure. There we go. This is what I was expecting to see. You get these probe droids coming after you, and they're very hard to dodge. I managed to do that quite well. I looked quite skillful there, and that was an accident, really. But yeah. So you've got to keep an eye on those coming at you, as well as the things firing at you. Here we go, there's another one coming here. And again, you've got to go underneath it and try and just hit it on the return fire, but they do crash into you quite easily. So you've got to really keep an eye out for those before they get too close to you. So your strategy does change a little bit here. Not much else to say about it really, other than that this one's getting very close to the shield generator. That was close. So what I'll probably do is pause the video and resume either when I'm getting towards the end of this level or when I'm running out of lives, whichever comes first. And there goes a life, so it might be that. It does, the difficulty does ramp up quite quickly. There's definitely a probe droid coming behind here somewhere, I'm sure. Nope, there isn't. I was wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the video at this point and resume when I've either got one life left or I've run out of, or I move on to the next level. Which hopefully that's what will happen, because I'd like to get a little bit further in the game than I am currently. Ooh, well, oh, that's bad news though. I'm now on to my last life. So having said all that, I'm just going to carry on playing because it looks like I'm not going to last much longer. It's suddenly getting a lot more difficult with the probe droids. I'm getting hit by everything, and these probe droids crashing into you loses you a lot of health. And they just kind of dot around. They're quite hard to... There we go, I've got it now. So I'm not going to be pausing the video after all, because I'm nearly out of health now. I think that one just... Oh god, I'm going to be dead in the next shot. Oh, just got that one. So yeah, I'm probably not going to get off this level, which is a bit of a shame. It's fine if you get them and they're coming towards you, but when they hover around you, they're really difficult to avoid. I guess the best option is probably to... Ooh. Best option is probably to flip around and race away from them. Hopefully you can move at a faster speed than they can. I'm only a couple of hits away from being killed here. But I'm actually doing alright here. Here we go. So, can I get you? Oh, I did it. I got it. That was good. Must be nearly get at the point of killing this thing, surely. Yeah, okay. One to get. Maybe I'll get to the next level, but it doesn't look good for me. One more probe droid. I'm in trouble. Oh, I've literally got one hit and I'm dead. Oh, and there we go, I'm dead. Oh well, there we go. Ah, that was a bit disappointing. I was hoping to get a bit further, to be honest, but I didn't. So there we go. I don't think there's really any need to play it again. You get the idea. It's an enhancement of the Atari 2600 game, done in grand style. You've got music, you've got sound effects, you've got better graphics, you've got a nice high score table, title screen, instructions. It's all really nicely done. It does have the same failings as the original game, which is that it's a bit repetitive, just blasting the same thing over and over again. But that was what that game was, so this is a worthy tribute to it in that respect. So that'll do for this video. If you've got any thoughts about the game, then let me know in the video comments. If you've got further than I have and are better at it than I am, then let me know. And I think that does it. I think all I have to say is may the force be with you always, and until the next video, see ya.